It's become well known that here in Texas, public schools make pornographic materials available to our children. We're not talking about sex ed. That's a different topic. We're talking about books that vividly describe in word and picture sexual acts between a man and a woman, a man and a man, a woman and a woman, a man and a boy, and even a human and an animal. These materials are found in school libraries for our children to read and check out and carry around with them. Our librarians and school boards have allowed this. Have they lost their minds? And when moms, dads, and grandparents spoke out at school board meetings to voice very reasonable objections, some school boards had the nerve to ignore us and even physically dismiss us. I remember when school officials were public servants who served the will of the public who paid their salaries. Don't you? So, how is this even legal? That's the right question to ask, and that is why Texas Republicans have declared one of their top legislative priorities to be Stop Sexualizing Texas Kids. The law needs to change, and we need our Republican legislators to fix this right now. According to the law, a book written and marketed to children can contain pornographic images and filth, as long as its dominant theme, taken as a whole, is not sexual in nature. Who decides what is a book's dominant theme? And how does any book's dominant theme justify the inclusion of pornography and filth in a book for children? Further, the Texas Penal Code offers a second loophole. It states, it is an affirmative defense to prosecution under this section that the sale, distribution, or exhibition was by a person having scientific, educational, governmental, or other similar justification. Let's be honest, affirmative defense is a euphemism for get out of jail free card. Author John Green, whose novel Looking for Alaska contains extremely graphic depictions of nudity, masturbation, sexual acts, and promotes watching pornography, recently said in an interview that he doesn't understand why his books are being targeted. He said that when taken as a whole, his book's dominant theme isn't sexual. The authors of these books, mostly writers of young adult fiction, know exactly how to skirt the law, and they do. Authors like John Green have their books in school libraries across our state, and no one in the schools thought to protect our children from such non-educational content. Listen, the first time Texans found a problem with this section of the Penal Code, there should have been an emergency session of their legislature to protect our children. But here we are. This is not book burning. These books should not be allowed any more than a book that explains how to beat a school librarian with a 2x4. The law needs to be reworded and the affirmative defense repealed so that it doesn't allow pornography in written form, picture form, or any form in any of our public school libraries. Join us in urging our elected Republicans to do the right thing for Texas. Urge them to close the loopholes that allow harmful materials in our schools. Our children must be protected from local school officials who don't have the sense to protect children from harm. This is Texas, and these are our children, and you don't mess with either one of those.
Political advertising paid for by Grassroots America, We the People PAC.